Now that the dust has finally settled on Ironman 70.3 Weymouth, and now I'm not feeling as emotional as I was on Sunday, let's talk about it. It's been 2.5 years since my last triathlon. I think that's why the emotions were running so high, because it was a race that meant so much coming back to triathlon after that break. A race that meant so much to me for a number of reasons. One being, it was my first DNF. It was the race where I qualified for the Ironman 70.3 World Championships. It was my first branded Ironman 70.3. So it's a race that has a lot of history, a lot of memories, good and bad. First race I didn't finish. First race that I've not completed the full swim because it always gets reduced. Now it's also the first race that I've not had to do a swim. So there's a lot of history in that race. So I think emotions ran high, really frustrated because of all the miscommunications, even the lies and deceit. I would go as far as saying, whether it was the weather, whether it was the sewage leakages, there was just so much controversy around that. And I think Ironman really needed to just come out and make a proper statement as to why the swim was cancelled, tell the truth and let everyone move on. But I've moved on. It's hard to stay angry with Ironman because they do make the best medals down in Weymouth, in my opinion. I mean, you just look at those dinosaur medals over there, all coming from Weymouth. I am missing that one from 2019 where I didn't finish because of punctures that stopped my race and ended it early. But anyway, love to hear your thoughts on the run. It was mixed emotions. I loved the 2-loop course. I loved a little bit of the trail element to it. Equally, I thought was not as good because it took away a lot of the spectators, so they were also congested to certain areas, and then you had no spectators in some areas, so it was mixed. So I'd really like to hear your thoughts. What did you think? But for me, I think it's definitely a keeper because just for the 2 loops itself, I think for me, I loved that rather than the 4 loops, but I'm keen to hear your thoughts.